Welcome to Biz Jet TV. My name is Fabrizio Poli. Today we're going to be talking about the magic number in the private jet industry. Magic number which I only discovered a few weeks ago. It's something really important that you need to know, and when you find out this number, your mind's going to explode. Really, it will explode to other opportunities and possibilities that are out there. So, let's get straight into it. With a definition of an ultra high net worth individual, which is a person which is worth more than 30 million US dollars. Now, how many of these people are there in the world today? Well, according to Knight Frank Wealth Report, in April 2020, there were 513,244 ultra high net worth individuals in the world. Now, how many private jets are there? There are about 22,000 jets in the world, which equates to about 18,000 owners. So if we take the number of 18,000 private jet owners and we divide that by 513,244 ultra high net worth individuals, the number that we come up with is 3.5%. So only 3.5% of people worth more than $30 million actually own a private jet. Now, I know what some of you are thinking. You're probably thinking, well, you know, I don't actually, I'm worth 50 million, but I don't need a private jet. I don't want a private jet. Some of these people don't travel, okay? Or some of these people travel very little, so they won't buy a private jet, but they may charter from time to time, okay? What I certainly see happening now, once we come out of this COVID-19 lockdown around the world and the airlines resume flying, what we're going to see is airlines are going to resume probably 70% of their flights. So certain routes are going to be scrapped, and certain frequency on certain routes is going to be scrapped. So that will open up the opportunity for private jet travel. So some people go into charter, some people will go into ownership, but the other option out there is the option of actually leasing a private jet. Now, bear in mind that, you know, when you have a private jet available 24/7, whether it's a lease or whether you're buying, you know, and on the lease front, I do offer these leases from 3 months to 36 months. So don't think leasing as in, you know, the 7-year lease that the bank would give you. Think of an operational lease where, you know, I manage the aircraft. I do everything for you. If you want your logo on the airplane, we can put your logo on the airplane for the term of the lease. So I advise you to contact me on email, schedule a call, and we'll see what we can do for you. So the lease is certainly an option. You don't have to outlay all the capital to buy the airplane. That's great. And you have the aircraft available 24/7 exclusively for you and your team or family. So that's sort of an option out there. Now, when you're thinking of the private jet, if you're going into you want to go into the lease or go into buy, don't just think about you traveling from A to B. Think about using the airplane as a business tool where you can send the airplane out to pick people up and bring them in. And there's a couple of brothers in London that started to do this a few years ago, the Candy brothers, quite famous for their luxury real estate in London. They went out and bought a Challenger 605 private jet, and they used it exactly for that. What you needed to do is deposit 250,000 British pounds on an escrow account, and then they would send the jet out to pick you up. They were mostly doing flights to the Middle East, bringing in these Middle Eastern wealthy individuals to have a look at property in London and doing this on their private jet. And, you know, and the odds of the deals going through were a lot higher by using the jet as a tool than if they were just to say, well, fly in on Emirates or Etihad or whatever it may be, airline that they were going to use. So think of the private jet in that term, in those terms, because, you know, it's a very, very valuable business tool. And now, you know, with the lockdown ending, I think that number 3.5% is going to go up to 10, maybe even 15%. Now, of course, as I said before, not everybody in that ultra high net worth individual space needs to go and buy an aircraft. But I think if you're going to fly 150 hours a year, but think not just you flying, but if you had a jet available 24/7, how many different people could you go and pick up and bring to you for meetings? You would increase the odds of deals going through if you did that. Obviously, be careful. Don't just send planes out to pick anybody up. You know, as the Candy brothers did, they wanted some money in escrow before they did this, which makes perfect sense, and it qualifies the potential investor. So that's really all from me on this episode of Biz Jet TV. If you haven't subscribed to this channel, I encourage you to subscribe to this channel. Have a look at the other videos here. Click on a couple of suggestions I've given you here to find out more about the private jet market. And also you can ping me an email if you want a one-to-one call so we can get specific on your needs and see what we can do to help you to prosper in this new world of post-COVID-19, how we can help you with a private jet, give you the edge over your competition. And that's all from Fabrizio Poli on Biz Jet TV, and I'll see you on the next one.